On Thursday evening, New York Attorney General Letitia James shot back at Ivanka Trump's attempts to not have to go testify against her dad, her brothers, and her former company, and James filed a motion seeking to compel the testimony of Ivanka Trump in the ongoing New York fraud trial. Now, here's the way this saga has broken down so far. Ivanka had her lawyers go and file a motion recently, I guess about a week or so ago, arguing that because she had been dismissed from the case, you can't drag her back into it by making her be a witness, to go against her own family. That's just not cool. You can't drag her back into it when you already said she can't be a part of it. Plus, the lawyers argued, the way they did this was just not right, so you can't do it anyway. Well, Letitia James, as I said, filed her own motion, and her motion says this. Ms. Trump was served properly at the New York addresses and actual place of business of multiple entities that are under her control. She should be compelled to testify in this proceeding. So the first part, of course, is knocking down their little argument that, oh, no, you served her wrong. James no, I didn't. I actually went to her business and did it there, where she is, and you claim she doesn't live in New York, but why does she have businesses here, right? So James gets a point on that, and then she continues. But even beyond that, Ms. Trump remains financially and professionally intertwined with the Trump Organization and other defendants and can be called as a person still under their control. Finally, Ms. Trump has been and remains a litigant in the OAG's concurrent, still active special proceeding and appeared in and litigated this action without contesting personal jurisdiction. These are sufficient, ample bases to compel Ms. Trump's testimony. I gotta tell you, kind of feel like the courts are going to side with Letitia James on this. She actually makes real, valid arguments, whereas Ivanka's lawyers are just kind of throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks, and none of them are actual valid legal arguments either. So, not exactly sure their strategy on that, but it doesn't appear that it's going to work. Not to mention the fact that simply being dismissed from being a defendant in a lawsuit does not in any way prohibit you from coming back and having to testify. That's not a thing. That's legally not a thing that exists. So for her lawyers to even try to make that argument either proves that they have no real argument, or worse for Ivanka, it proves that they're really, really bad lawyers if they're making an argument that doesn't legally exist. So, however you slice it, she is not getting very good legal advice or representation, which is probably why she doesn't want to testify in the first place. Let's be honest here. Ivanka's name, as Letitia James had pointed out when she initially filed the lawsuit and Ivanka was included, Ivanka's name is all over these documents. It's all over them. She was involved in some of the meetings. So she is a witness. She knows what happened. Again, she signed the frickin' paperwork. So she should testify. And at that point, she's left, as I discussed about a week ago, with two options. She either throws her whole family under the bus by testifying truthfully, or she tries to protect her family and ends up getting popped for perjury. Those are pretty much her two options. And given the pathetic legal arguments of her lawyers, she's going to have to decide which one of those two options she's going to go with. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.